What's up guys, Darren here from Darren On Demand. Hope you're keeping well. So today's video is going to be a bit of an in-depth video on how I create my thumbnails for YouTube. Now, thumbnails are probably one of the most important things on YouTube. The reason for this is that obviously when you go onto YouTube and you start scrolling through the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of videos that are there on YouTube, what do you look for first? You look at the pictures, you look at the thumbnails. If it's a great thumbnail and a great caption, doesn't matter what the video is about, you're going to click on it and you're going to watch it. So the most important thing for any YouTuber out there today, and anyone will say, if you click on anybody else, they'll say exactly the same thing. The most important thing, first of all, is the thumbnail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to my computer screen and I'm going to show you the software that I actually use to create my thumbnails, and also how I go about creating the actual picture itself. Secondly is obviously the caption that goes on the thumbnail. So again, you don't really want to be doing clickbait, because clickbait, people will click on your video, watch it or start watching it, see that what you've put on there doesn't actually mean anything to do with the video that they're watching, and they'll leave. Not only will they leave, they probably won't come back, because what you'll find is more and more people will then go, not going to click on his video or her video or whoever's video it is, because what they're saying in their description isn't, or what they're saying in their thumbnail actually isn't what they're showing in the video itself. So without further ado, let's jump over to my screen and I'll show you how I create my thumbnail. Okay, so first of all you need to head over to creating a new page on Photoshop, and when you open Photoshop, if you create a new page as 1280 pixels via 720, and that will actually give you the right size for the thumbnail. Then what I'm going to do is go to my desktop and look for a picture that I'm actually going to use to show you how I edit my thumbnail. So I'm going to pick this random picture of me. I'll open that, and then what I need to do is make that picture smaller so that it will actually fit into the thumbnail. So I'm going to drag my picture across, and as you can see, it's huge. Go to free transformation and reduce the size of the picture to the size that you actually want. Doesn't have to be as big as the thumbnail, could be bigger, which is, as you can see, what I've done there. Once you OK it, that will then create a second layer. That second layer is what I'll be working on now. So from here, I'm going to go down to a plugin that I've got, which is Luminar, and this will actually take me over to another program which is called Luminar, obviously, and from there this is where I'll actually create the filters, and the filter I'm actually going to use is a dramatic filter, and when you see which one I select, I will actually be selecting the dramatic look at 100%. So you can see it blows out a lot of the back. but keeps me slightly in focus. As you can see, if you look closely into my sunglasses, you'll see I'm holding the phone in my hand. I'm adjusting saturation and also the blacks in there, so that you can see there that I'm raising and lowering them, so you can see the difference in the process, and also the shadows. So I'm lowering the shadows and then raising the shadows, so you can see the difference. From what I'm looking to get, I've actually changed the shadows to -58. So also what I'm doing there is just changing the roundness of the shadows in the background, and I'm now going to add another filter. The filter that I like to add is the clarity filter, and then increase the amount, well, to however much you want. I'll do it at around 52. Once you're happy with that, click the apply, and it will take me back into Photoshop. Now you can see there that now the layer 2 has actually been edited with all the layers that I've actually created in the Luminar software. Now what I'm going to do, I'm also going to apply another image, which is the exact same image but over the top of it, to make the whole picture darker. And then when I'm actually doing my writing or my caption, I actually like to create some sort of like shaded boxes to actually put the writing in, so that I'm not just actually putting the writing directly onto the page itself. So I've done a rectangular box, I've filled it and done the corners the same colour, and now what I've done is gone to free transform again and actually turned the angle of them maybe sort of like about 33 a 33-degree turn. What I've also then done is I've changed the opacity to 52%, so that it is slightly see-through and you can actually see in the background. Now what I'm going to do is click on the rectangle, the first rectangle, and duplicate the layer. I'm going to do this two times, so it gives me 3 boxes, all exactly the same size. These boxes will change size once I put my writing in, because obviously I don't need them as big as they are for the writing that I'm going to put them in, so you'll see in a minute how I will adjust them. So again, duplicate the layer again. Now I have 3 boxes, all the same size. And once that's in place, I'll actually change the name of the boxes to third box, second box, first box, so I know which ones they are if I need to change them later. So there's the 3 boxes. So going to the first box, I will see whether I actually need any layers, but I don't. I'm not going to actually add any layers. I'm just going to go straight to the text box, and this is just a demo, guys, so I'm not actually going to be using this as a thumbnail, but it is just giving you an idea on how I actually do create mine. So this is going to be just called a day in the life of a YouTuber. So create the text on the first line, and then as you see it's not big enough, so I'm actually going to increase the size from 30 to 36. Put that in the middle. Okay with that. Now instead of typing again and having to realign the letters up, as you can see there, I've just duplicated it, and now all I'll do is I'll change the text on there. So go back to the text button,
pick the writing, and then type in what I'm actually doing, which is the life of. Now what you'll actually see is the life of is actually grey rather than black. Now the writing is black, but because I've actually put the second box above the writing, as you can see there, when I'm typing a YouTuber, you can see it's part black, part grey. That's because I've actually put the writing behind. So this one I have actually typed and adjusted it myself. So I'm doing that now. Put that into the box. I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. But then I'm actually going to raise a YouTuber above the third box, and as you can see, it pops out and actually creates it back into black. But I'm not going to change that middle one. I'm going to leave that behind the actual rectangle box, and that actually just makes it look a little bit nicer than having it all black. So just adjust that slightly a bit more, and then OK that. So now I've created all that. I'm actually going to put a stroke layer on there. Now that is not really, I'm going to change it to white and then do it about 7 or 8, and you'll see from the bottom, a YouTuber, you'll see that there's a light white outline behind there. So now I'm going to do that with the other two lines as well. So what I've done is I've just right clicked and put copy layer effect, and then on the next one, the life of, I just right click and put paste layer, and then the same with a day in. So you see, it just gives a little bit of a blocky effect around the actual writing. So once that's done, if you go up, I'm actually now going to merge and flatten the image. Now that will actually put them all into one box, and it will just create one big background file. Save that as, and I will actually just create a new folder probably, and I'll just call it thumbnails for YouTube. Create that, and then I'll just call it day in the life of a YouTuber, and I'll create that as a PNG file. Save that, do it as the smallest and no interlace, and that's pretty much it.
So I hope you like this little YouTube video that I've done today on creating the thumbnail. So if you did enjoy the video, please smash that like button, click the subscribe button, and also click that little notification bell on whatever side it will be, to actually be notified on any more videos that I actually post. I upload my videos normally every Saturday, but every now and again I will post 1 or 2 during the week as well. Depends obviously on how busy I am. But until the next video, guys, thanks ever so much for coming. See ya!